how I learned one of the most important things from my father and how he was able to give me the most valuable thing in life because of this. I went down a wrong road, started having wrong friends, started doing wrong things, etc. You all can read between those lines. After spending some time on that wrong road and being observed by my parents, we came to a certain point, and y'all gonna hear some things y'all haven't heard before. But we came to a point where my godly father had gotten fed up with the life that I had selected for myself. And so I heard those famous words, I'm not gonna watch you destroy your life. I'm not gonna support you while you're destroying your life. If you choose to do that, you're going to have to do it somewhere else because this is a godly house. Me and my all-knowing self decided to follow my notion and leave my father's house. Sounds like another old historic story I've heard of. I didn't leave the house with an inheritance. But I did find myself in a far and distant mental land. You see, after my shooting, mentally I went to a very dark place. I didn't really appreciate life too much before that, and after the shooting, yes, it was a great miracle God performed in my life. He saved my life. When I should have been dead and gone, he saved my life. But a person who really doesn't respect life or love life does not always see the brighter side of things. So I actually got mad at God because when I was shot, I was actually somewhat relieved that I didn't have to do this anymore. So I went to a dark mental place and felt that God is playing tricks on me. Why'd he bring me back when he knew I didn't want to be here? So I started living wrong type of way, and fast forward, me and my dad had this conversation, and I find myself outside of the house just living, not really looking forward to anything, not really amounting to anything, just here, just breathing. But the one thing that really stood out to me about my father is when he had every reason as a man not to forgive me, after everything I'd done to him, to my mother, everything I'd put my family through, he really never, ever, ever gave up on me, even though I was out of his house. I could still remember that black Mercedes pulling up wherever I may be. Son, you need to come home. I myself had too much pride to get up and run home. But my father had enough love to come out to where I was and grab me and bring me back. Through my father and looking at his forgiveness, I started to believe that if my father could forgive me for everything I've done, maybe God could forgive me too. So I learned about the forgiveness of God through looking at a Jesus-like example in my father.